Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys so much for getting me to 30,000 subscribers. It really means a lot. You guys are joining me on my day off today. I am up here on Cape Ann in Massachusetts, pretty much the most northeast point in the state. I'm filming for a non-automotive client today, so I took up the drone to see what I could get, but also I want to get some shots beforehand because I will be back up next week to film for a Christmas festival. Now, last year it rained out, and the year before I was able to get some amazing shots, and you guys never saw that footage, and you guys are probably not going to see that footage unless you follow my client on Facebook and Instagram. But the reason why you guys are here is because I got a brand new car. It had nothing to do with reaching 30,000 subscribers, but it was time for a change, and it was time to really propel myself forward and get something a bit more difficult to drive in a way, because it is a manual. I've probably given away way too much already, but without stalling, let's go check out the new car. That is right, guys. I bought a 2023 Subaru WRX Premium, and there's a few reasons as to why. I wanted those fog lights. I also really love the wheels that came with the Premium over the base model, and also that 11.6-inch touchscreen, and of course the heated front seats. Now, of course, I am going to do an in-depth review later on, probably in a week or so, but I wanted to introduce this car to you guys because there is a secret that I've been keeping for well over 5 years. In fact, up until about 5 days ago, I did not know how to drive a manual transmission car. And that's kind of problematic for somebody who likes doing car reviews. But more importantly, this was done for me. This car wasn't necessarily purchased for the channel, although you will be seeing this car quite a bit, because I do have some plans for it. As you can already tell, I've already gone off-road, and that's what this car was designed for, but also I want to have some fun during the winter. But really, I have turned down a lot of great opportunities throughout the last few years. Cars that are really fun to drive, cars that you guys want to see on the channel. And I've been letting myself down, and I've been letting you guys down. So I want to change all of that with this car, learn how to drive manual. And I have to say, in less than a week, I am addicted. I don't even know what I want to do with the GTI because I still have that right now. But as an automatic, that car has become very boring. But with the WRX, it's a completely different story. And it's all because I get to rotate the gears myself, rather than having the automatic do all the work. Now, you're going to notice I am making some mistakes here and there. This is only my 5th day of driving a manual car. Now, when I said I really didn't know how to drive manual, that's a bit dramatic because I learned on a 1991 Honda Beat back in 2020, but I hadn't driven a manual car in 3 years, so I had no confidence getting out on the roads. But I took to this very quickly, and I'm really sad that I waited this long to buy a car with a manual. I feel so much more connected to the WRX than I ever did in the GTI. And it came down to a drive I did with some friends about a month ago. It was a fall foliage cruise. I had the GTI, pushed it to its limits, at least in stock form. And I'm like, this car is really boring. There's something wrong here. And I think it was the manual transmission. This car drives so well. And the way it handles, now of course the steering is a bit too light for my liking because I like German cars, I like European cars, and I'll get into all of that in a separate video as to why I chose a WRX. But when it comes to suspension, it is so stiff, and that's the way I like my cars. This car is dialed in the way I like it, and I felt as though that I was connected to this car immediately when I took it out on the roads after purchasing it. My rev matching does need some work, for sure. I think that's my one weak spot, is the rev matching and the downshifting. Everything else I've got. Now, this WRX does have a STI short throw shifter, which I have had some experience with manuals from Subaru just because I've done walk around reviews and I've had to move them. And I know how long the throws are, especially from second to third and third to fourth. So I love the STI short throw shifter. It was the only accessory that was added on to this WRX, and that's really all I ever needed. I do plan on doing some work to this car, modifying it, personalizing it, and making it my own. But in the meantime, I am going to enjoy it in stock form and get used to driving manual. Hopefully next year, I will be doing some more reviews with cars that do have a manual. That is the goal. That is one of my New Year's resolutions for 2024, which is to feature some older cars with a manual. There's actually a lot of changes coming. Again, I will do that in a future video. But this was just an introductory to the WRX. I hope you guys are excited as much as I am. But also, I hope you guys like this car, because I had the cornflower blue and this is solar orange. That's 2 in a row wild colors. But I gotta be honest, the orange is really growing on me, and I actually really like it. It's very photogenic, and that paired with the manual transmission, it is so difficult getting out of this car. I will say though, what has eased my anxiety with driving manual is really having the ability to go into neutral. And I didn't know that prior to learning how to drive stick, because I thought you had a downshift from 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, but neutral is a lifesaver. Now, I don't want to create a habit where I am just rolling in neutral all the time up to intersections, but for the time being, as I get comfortable with all of this, rev matching, later on probably doing heel towing, I just want to get acclimated with driving manual. But the last 5 days have been phenomenal. I think I made 2 mistakes there, but it's such an enjoyable process accelerating with this car compared to the GTI. But with that being said, I think I'm going to end this video here. It's probably not too long, but I just wanted to introduce the WRX to the channel, and hopefully you guys are excited for what's to come. This to me is one of many changes coming in the future, and I think that 2024 could be an exciting year, and the WRX is going to kickstart all of that as we head into January and February. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and also thank you so much again for your support and getting me to 30,000 subscribers. It means so much to me. I really didn't think that this channel was going to go as far as it did, but that's also why I decided to drive manual, because when I first started, I didn't think that I was going to be doing reviews all the time. I didn't think that that was going to be a requirement. But now I feel like now is the time, and it's necessary for me to create videos and feature cars that do have a stick, but also cars that I thoroughly want to review and check out, but also cars from my generation when I was younger. But with that being said, if you want to see more on the Subaru WRX, make sure to follow Boston Autoblog on Instagram. But also I will be creating an Instagram account for the WRX. You can follow along on the journey. And also make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys next time.